Hey there, I'm Liv and welcome back to my channel Endless Pages. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be my TBR for the month of July. So, in July we're calming things down a little bit and I'm only going to be participating in one readathon. I think one is more than enough for me. I have been participating in way too many at a time recently and it's time to calm down, slow down and just focus on trying to at least finish one TBR rather than trying to participate in 3 and failing all of them. So in July I'm going to be participating for my very first time in the India Chords readathon. So the India Chords is a readathon created by the absolutely lovely Lana from Lore and Lullabies. I will tag her announcement video in the description below. I will be on Team Independent Kitties. I'll post their announcement video in the description below as well, and their TBR videos, all the important links in case you guys want to participate too. So I really wanted to participate in this readathon because I could not tell you the last independently published book that I read. I don't really make an effort to go and seek out independently published books, and I feel like this readathon is a really great way to introduce myself into the world of independently published books and really get to know the kind of authors that are out there, what's popular, and I just think this readathon is a great idea and I really love it. So I'm really excited to be participating for the first time. Yeah, so I know nothing about independently published books. I don't know popular, or I know like 2-ish popular authors, but that's where my knowledge stops. So this was a fun TBR to make because I wasn't just kind of looking at my shelves and picking out books. I was doing a lot of research and reading a lot of blurbs, and I had lots of great recommendations from Lana herself, which was really helpful. I talked to different people in sprints about it. I stalked everyone's TBRs in the Discord. So yeah, this one is one that I really enjoyed creating my TBR for. And yeah, I'm now aware of some really cool sounding books, and this is a TBR that I am very excited about. Also, excuse the voice cracks, I'm still a little bit sick, but yeah. So if my voice is cracked at the end of the sentence, just please ignore that. Okay, on that note, let's get into my TBR. So there's 9 prompts for this TBR. Originally, I was going to see if I could fill all 9 prompts, but I took a step back and was like, that's not realistic, let's not push myself, otherwise I'm not going to want to read any of them. So I think I have a list here of, yeah, 6 books. So there's a couple of books I used for the same prompt, but yeah, I thought 6 was a sensible number to leave it at, a realistic number, and left space for some other books that are not part of the readathon as well. One more little side note before I get into the actual prompts and books. My knowledge of these books isn't great, so I will be relying on reading off Goodread blurbs, so I apologise if the majority of this video is me just reading off Goodreads. But some of these books I only found like an hour ago, so please bear with me. On that note, the first prompt is read a host favourite. For that I'm doing this book, Never Die. This is by Rob J. Hayes. This book really intrigues me because it's a series of standalone stories that are set all in this Mortal Techniques universe, and they can be read like independently of each other. So this one, Never Die, is a world where there's samurai, shinigami, vengeful spirits, and an impossible quest. We have the Emperor of 10 Kings has plunged Hosa into war, and the gods are angry. When the god of death gives Ayn a message to kill the immortal emperor, he knows he can't do it alone. He needs allies, heroes who will fight for him. How else can an 8-year-old boy hope to do the impossible? Whispering Blade, the Iron Gut, Chen, the Sentry Blade, and the Flaming Fist. These are all names of legend. And the god of death has given him a way to bind them to his cause. There is only one catch. In order to serve him, they must first die. So that plot sounds amazing. I love the cover as well. It's really nice. Very, very nice cover. And yeah, I just love the idea of they're all like independent novels set in the same world, but you don't have to read them in a particular order or anything. So yeah, I'm excited about this book. I saw this on a lot of people's TBRs. That's something, as I'll say as well, most of my TBR is just me copying other people's TBRs because I had no idea what I was doing. But this one I'm excited about. It sounds, I feel like out of all of them, this is maybe the one I'm almost, well, not most excited for, but it's definitely up there at the top of the list. So prompt number 2, read a book where the author is from a different country from you. I'm gonna say for this one, Blackstone Heart by Michael R. Fletcher. I believe he is Canadian. Please tell me if I'm wrong. It says he lives in Canada in his blurb. I'm just going to assume that means he's Canadian. This one I am very, very excited for because the blurb has me very interested. So the blurb reads, a broken man, Kareem awakens alone and lost. His stone heart has been shattered, littered across the world. With each piece, he regains some small shard of the man he once was. He follows the trail, fragment by fragment, remembering his terrible past. There was a woman. There was a sword. There was an end to sorrow. Kareem walks the obsidian path. Short and sweet. Like, I'm so intrigued by that, like, 4-sentence blurb. That sounds so cool. I don't know what it's about, but I kind of know what it's about, but yeah. It sounds really cool. This one, I again saw on so many people's TBRs, and I can see why. Yeah, this one has me intrigued. As I said, there are going to be some repeats with some of these books. So prompt number 3 is read a book based on the cover. I'm going to say Never Die again. Look at this cover. It's stunning. I just love the colours and the illustrated people on the cover. It's gorgeous. Prompt number 4 is read a book in a different format. If you see my channel before, you know I mainly read physical books. So as I said before, all of the books on my TBR for this readathon are ebook on my Kindle, but I thought I would mix it up even more and do an audiobook as well. So for this prompt, I'm going to do a combo of audiobook and read physically along when I can. So for this book, I'm choosing Gunmetal Gods by Zamil Akhtar. This is the only book that I didn't need to research. I have seen this book pop up so many times. I saw Lana do a review on it a couple of months ago on her channel, and it's been on my radar for a while. So this is the one book that I was like, I don't need to do any research. I have one book for my India Chords TBR, and it's this book, because I feel like this is a very popular indie book. Again, I don't really know the blurb, so we're just going to read it again off Goodreads because I'm a professional. Okay, so the blurb for this is, they took his daughter, so Micah comes to take their kingdom. 50,000 gun-toting paladins march behind him, all baptized in angel blood, thirsty to burn unbelievers. Only the Janissaries can stand against them. Their living legend, Keva, once beheaded a Magnus amid a hall of ice daggers, but ever since his wife disappeared, he spends his days in a haze of hashish and poetry. To save his kingdom, Keva must conquer his grief and become the legend he once was. But Micah writes his own legend in blood, and his righteous conquest will stop at nothing. When God's true sighs, a legend will be etched upon the stars. Yeah, I love the cover, like the creepy, like, metal monster on the cover has me so intrigued, and I hear nothing but good reviews that this is an absolutely epic fantasy, so I'm a little intimidated by it, but excited. Prompt number 5 is leave a review for the book, so I'm just going to say, again, Blackstone Heart. Prompt number 6 is a 5-star prediction. Again, I'm going to say Gunmetal Gods for this one because this is the one that I have been wanting to read for a while anyway. It's been on my radar, as I said, and I just keep going back to it and thinking about it and watching more reviews about it, so I feel like I will love it like everyone else, hopefully. Prompt number 7 is read a book with under 200 reviews. For that one, I'm going A Touch of Light by Thiago Abdullah. I saw this one a lot, again, on a lot of people's TBRs, so I stole it. This is the first book in the Ashes of Aberon series. This has 61 reviews on Goodreads, so under the needed amount, and I believe I saw the author himself really active in the Discord and this readathon, which is, I don't know, made me smile. It was nice to see. So, the blurb for this book, again, reading straight off Goodreads. The dead shall not be mourned or remembered, for death is the enemy and will only drive the usurper away. How far would you go to resurrect someone you love? Would you change who you are to show you belong? The world of Aberon is tearing itself apart. The domain worships life. Its leaders lead eternal lives, and death is a shame that must not be mourned. But for the clans of the south, death is all that keeps the earth alive. Adrian is a prince of one of the domain nations. Church teachings say his grief is forbidden. But he will stop at nothing to return his loved ones to worthiness, even if it means sacrificing his own. Lynn is a rogue elite warrior hiding from her past, but now an old enemy is rising and running is no longer an option. Nasha is a gifted hunter hiding a terrible secret. A lifelong outcast, she desperately fights for belonging in the Ranar, a proud southern clan, yet a changing world threatens more than just her status in the community. But now a terrifying foe creeps nearer and the people of Aberon must fight to save it. Before death comes for them all. A sweeping epic fantasy where religion and politics are one, magic brings terror into the hearts of men, and a looming blight threatens to tear everything down. This sounds like it might be multiple POV, because that was like, what, 3-4 characters? If someone's read this or knows more than I do, please tell me if it's multiple POV, because that just makes me even more excited to read it then. It's also a very recent release, like released on the 1st of March, so very recent book. I'm very excited to read this. Oh my god, will I ever stop saying I'm excited every single time? Prompt number 8 is read a book with like red, blue, white or black on the cover. For that I'm going with The Gaps by Leanne Hall. So this is a book I stole straight from Mel's TBR, Mel from a book fiend named Mel. I watched her TBR video about 20 minutes before recording this, so yeah, I'm sorry Mel, I stole this book straight from your TBR video, but yeah, you made me very curious about it, and especially when you said it was an Australian author, I was automatically in. This is a young adult thriller. This is about a 16-year-old girl called Ian, and when she goes missing, the news reverberates through the whole Year 10 class at Balmoral Ladies College. As hours tick by, the girls know the chances of Rin being found alive is becoming smaller and smaller. Police suspect the abduction is the work of a serial offender, with none in the community safe from suspicion. Everyone is affected by Yin's disappearance, even the scholarship student Chloe, who usually stays out of Balmoral drama. She is drawn into the maelstrom, and when she begins to form an uneasy alliance with the Queen of Year 10, Natalia, things get even more complicated. Looking over their shoulders at every turn, Chloe and Natalia must come together to cope with their fear and grief as best they can. I'm curious to see how I find this book. It is a young adult thriller, so it's already got a good chance of me enjoying it, and I am happy that I watched Mel's video, because again, I keep saying I want to read more Australian written books. The final prompt, read a diverse book. I'm going with LGBTQIA plus diversity, because this book, A Tempest of Emerald Dream by William J. Wood, apparently has a lesbian romance according to the Goodreads tags. Also, look at this cover, stunning. The reason I picked this book, well, first because I saw the main character was a librarian, and I was like, hell yeah, give me all of the copies. So let me just read you the blurb. Far beyond the wonders of Alavara, past where the river splits and the chasms cry, Ellerin lays in peace, home to the saviour. In the dark, to the brewing evil, Alarira works as a librarian, but her whole life has been a lie. Alarira is not like the rest. She is a prophecy. She has the power to end it all. She is sought by a mystical guardian with a life-altering plea. Find Alavara and save us all. Her and her friends must travel across Malmar to discover the secrets of their land, but above all, stay alive. Family is the key to survival, but can she trust those who keep secrets from her? And what is willing to sacrifice to fulfill her prophecy? Yeah, so again, like I said, main character is a librarian. Love that. We've got like the secret power trope and a destiny and go on a quest, and or just like ticking boxes for me. Also, chick on the cover with a bow and arrow who looks badass. So Yes, I think I will love this one. Okay, so that is all 6 books I will be reading for the Indie Accords. I'm so excited. I'm very, very, very happy with my TBR. I think I found a great list of books that all of the blurbs have me so excited. The only other book that's not part of the Indie Accords that I will definitely be reading in the month of July is King's Cage, the 3rd book in the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. This is a reread. I'm rereading the series for the first time, participating in the Red Queen read-along, which I will tag the announcement video in the description in case you want to join in. So this is the book for July. We're up to King's Cage. I'm having a great time rereading this, so I'm excited. And then that's the only like set TBR. I'm not going to create a crazy unrealistic list of books this month because I'm just not in the mood for that. So the rest of the month is, we'll see what I'll read. The only thing that I might read, but I'm not saying that I have to, is I might be continuing on with my reread of the Gone series for the 50th plus time. I don't know how many times I've reread this series. So I'll be continuing on maybe with the second book, Hunger, in the series. But who knows? It's it'll be an interesting month. There's only 7 books that I know I'm definitely going to read. And as I'm feeling good about that. There's less pressure. I have a TBR that I'm really excited about. I haven't put books on there just to fit prompts and books that I'm not excited about, or books that I've kind of forced myself to put on my TBR. So yes, I'm excited for this month. I think it's going to be a great reading month. I think I'm going to have such a fun time, and I think I'm going to be so glad that I'm participating in the Indie Accords, and I will hopefully discover some great new indie books, and hopefully it encourages me to continue on with my indie reading after the month of July. Let me know in the comments below, what's on your TBR next month? Are you guys participating in the Indie Accords? What are some books that you're super excited to get to? As always, all my social media links are in the description below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe, and you get to see whenever I post a new video. I will see you guys in whatever I post next. Bye!